Hey all, I'm Charlie and I'm joined here today by Djanaba, the dance pop darling who is ready to take over your feel-good playlists. How are you doing today?
I'm so good. I'm so excited to chat.
Yes, I am also so excited to chat because anyone who's seen me in the past few weeks, I think, would have heard me singing the chorus to your song Stutter because I don't know, it just got stuck in my head and it's all I can think about.
Oh, I love that. That's so wholesome. I love that. That's so cute. Free promo also. Love it.
Yeah, honestly, every single person's just like, what are you singing? And I'm like, you wouldn't get it.
They wouldn't know.
No. But yeah, Stutter is like a modern day dance anthem. As I've said, stuck in my head. I truly am obsessed with it. Can you tell us a bit about Stutter and what it was like making this track and working with Somber Hills?
Yeah, it was so much fun. I was in the studio at first and they sent me a demo, I think the day before we went in. And they were like, and I was like, yeah, it's okay. Which is honestly how I feel about all demos before I like actually jump in and like get a little busy. But like they asked me what like my goal was for the song, if I had anything that I wanted to sort of sing about, and like instantly kind of had a subject that like I gravitated towards that I'd been wanting to write about for a while. And yeah, as soon as I kind of started singing it just kind of like came to be. Like it was literally such little thought, even though I had intended to write about it. Yeah, like it just fell out of me. It was like such an amazing experience. Yeah, and it was so fun.
I love that. It's sort of just like the meant to be moments where everything lines up.
Yeah, it definitely felt like I needed to write that song to like get it off my chest. But yeah, it was really enlightening and really cool. And then getting to work with like Somber Hills on it as well was really fun because yeah, he's just such a cool guy. And yeah, I love the way that he took the like production to a different level and the sound. It's just really fun.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, it has been on repeat over here. So if you've seen like a peak in streams from Brisbane, that's me. I love it because I've grown up with my mom who like loves dance music, like Ministry of Sound CDs everywhere, the 90s and 2000s electronica. But the thing is, a lot of these songs are kind of like male gazy, low-key misogynistic at times. Just, not the vibe we want, not the vibe we want now or ever. But the music you're making is standing strong with this same sort of genre that's like electronica, dance, upbeat, like fun club music. But you're breaking down barriers with these empowering girl boss bangers. It's so refreshing and so important. What does it mean to you to be able to make this music that's kind of like reclaiming this genre as a safe space for so many more people?
Yeah, it's amazing. And I really didn't think that that was even going to be something that I was like ever like discussing or talking about. I just started making music and then like all of a sudden it like meant something to people and people like received it in a certain way, which was so crazy. But I do think that like prior to getting electronic music, I like was aware the fact that majority of like electronic artists that are, you know, making money are male. They're straight white men, like, and then although it's really popular, is very much like not okay. Yeah, just some of the topics that can be talked about. Yeah, and I don't know, I just like really, really fucking excited to be making music that's like, yeah, different. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because so many times, like, you'll hear a song in like a throwback channel, and it's like, oh, actually, I don't know how anyone okayed this. Like, like, oh, the lyrics, the visuals, the innuendos that are just like outright should be illegal. I'm just like, turn it off, please.
So crazy, like that we're only now discussing it then. Sorry, now, but back then it was just a normal thing. Nobody discussed it. These men were like openly saying that they were abusing women, and everyone was like, "Cool, great
Yeah,
song."
they're like, yes, I love this song. Yeah.
Oh my god. And yeah, I just feel like if someone wants to release music like that is like so shameful, then why shouldn't somebody who like is different be proud of the music they're making that isn't shameful, that empowers other people? Like it should, people to want to put out like good music even more. And I hope it does. But yeah, I definitely think that like when I write music, I always am really conscious of the fact that I just couldn't even fathom behaving in that way.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And as I was saying, it's refreshing now to have artists like yourself standing up and sort of being a representation that I didn't have when I was younger. I'm presuming you wouldn't have had when you were younger. And now there's a whole new legion of like music fans who are entering, sort of like discovering their favorite genres, who get to look towards artists like you and music like you as inspirations. How does that feel to stand up and sort of like, yeah, as I said before, reclaiming this space and getting to stand up and make a safe space for new people and like young people especially?
Yeah, it kind of always blows my mind to think that like anybody would look at my music and be like, oh my God, that's what I like. Because I grew up very much like my whole life was music. Like every single, like I always, I cannot just sit in silence. Like I'm not that person, babe. And so to be able to like, make the music that like I used to love blows my mind. And to think that other people are listening to it and like it as well, like that's just such a privilege. So yeah, no, it's crazy to think. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love what you're doing so much. It's just like sometimes there's those artists that fade into the background, but other times there's those artists that just stand out in your playlists. And you're one of the ones that are standing out in my playlist, and I love that.
Oh, I love that. That's so cool. That's so cute. Thank you for having me on your playlist. I love it.
Oh, absolutely. You've got to have those songs, like especially now. It is winter. I'm wearing long sleeves and freezing cold. But your songs are like, I'm getting there, I'm getting up, I'm feeling warm. It's the time for it. Not that there's ever not a time for it, but like it is the best time to be pumping your tunes right now.
Yeah, facts.
And in response to that, you've got a whole album of tunes heading our way. Did I Stutter is, I think by the time I'll be releasing this album will be out. So if you're listening, go give it a listen because I have been loving it. There is 13 phenomenal tracks. There's like boss bitch anthems. There's a little bit of vulnerability here and there, and all the heat that is getting us through this winter. What is it like putting this album together and putting all these thoughts and feelings into song?
I honestly didn't even think I'd be able to like release an album. I feel like I'm still early in my career, even though I've been making music for a while. So to be able to like release a project that's mine, and I've literally put like so much time, energy of my soul into this project. So yeah, I feel I'm really excited. I'm just so ready for like people to hear about it and like respond to it, I guess, because I've just put so much into it. But yeah, I feel so lucky that I actually have a project that's like out in the world. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And like a debut album is a big deal. And especially like, yeah, as you were saying, you've been making music for a bit, but in my head, you're still a baby. I'm still a baby. So everyone around my age is also a baby. So like, it's massive.
I totally get it. I'm 25, but still, I'm a baby.
Yes, absolutely. And like, I read that you said this album is almost like a how-to guide on navigating your early 20s. So I'm loving that I can get this in my early 20s and get to like hear your tales, use your sort of music as inspiration. If you could give one piece of advice, which is a loaded question, to your 20-year-old self, what would it be?
She needed so much advice, babe. I don't think one piece of, I think, yeah, she needed a rule book, honestly. I feel like the only thing that I really think that would resonate with everyone, but also I think me at 20 would be that, like, be kinder to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially in these industries.
Yeah, I feel like be kinder to yourself, like, yeah, love yourself, like all these things. Even though like I've always like loved myself, I definitely think I could have been a lot kinder to myself. I feel like in your early 20s, you need that energy.
Yeah, absolutely. And like in this world, especially like yourself as a musician, you have to be public facing. Like, if you want people to listen to your music, there will be so many people with opinions. But like even just nowadays, everyone has social media, everyone is public, and everyone has opinions on everyone else. And sometimes it's just like, take a seat. You don't need to be saying this stuff to people. You don't need to be having people say this stuff to you either.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, I don't know, like, I think being kind is like the best thing that you can do for yourself, but also everybody around you, like, always.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old are you?
And I'm 20. I turned 20 like, oh, what, how long? 3 months ago, 2 months ago. So I'm a little baby.
You're a little baby. That's crazy. Yeah, 20. Damn. Okay. So it read it. Yeah, it's very much relevant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, because as soon as I saw that and it's like the guide to the 20s, I was like, yes, this is going to be my album. And it is. It is like joined my little collection of like favorite albums or like just like go-to feel-good albums, which is what we need in this world, in this like social climate. We need feel-good albums.
Yes, always.
Yes. And yeah, I would love, love, love to close off our little chat today by having a sneaky peek into your favorite albums and your playlists and hearing which Aussie acts and local acts you're listening to and loving and you think we're also going to love.
I love that. I think my one of my favorite albums of all time, would be Amare. She's like a Nigerian American artist. I'm not sure what the album is called, but that's yeah. Like everything she puts out, I eat it up. Like so fucking talented, so incredible. Yeah, I'm obsessed. I feel like yeah, that's probably one of my favorite albums of all time. I also like Bon Iver, some of his earlier stuff. Don't love his stance on Israel. Oh,
Nah.
you. What else? I listened to a lot of country growing up, so I was obsessed with the Dixie Chicks.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I very much grew up in that kind of energy, and so I definitely think a lot of their early albums, yeah, I was obsessed with them.
And that shines through a lot with your music because it's like they had the OG like feminist empowerment movement of the country girls, and then you're coming through being like, okay, we're taking that to the dance floor, which I love so much.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind. I love that.
Yes, honestly, thank you for sharing those because I can see how good those influences stand up, and sometimes how we do need to separate the art from the artist. But so true.
Yay! I love that.
And yeah, your album is out everywhere now. What is the best way as fans that we can support the album and support you?
Yeah, the best way to support me is definitely like following me on Spotify, and on socials, and yeah, purchasing the project Bandcamp. A huge way to support. But yeah, any kind of like requests to like play my music on radio stations and just like yeah, all of those type of things are like great ways to support. Anyway, like you can support or even share like stories about how my music like yeah resonates. I love when people send me messages, like it's so genuinely kind. I'm obsessed.
Okay, got it. Okay, call up the radio stations, get the album on Bandcamp, and share the heck out of it on social media and chit chat with everyone I know. We can do that.